Howdy, YouTube. Oh man, I haven't worn this hat in a long, long time. I only wore it on special occasions because our school mascot had to be changed to this non-existent animal, um, called the Red Hawk. And the closest thing I had was an Angry Birds hat, which is a red bird. And every time I would walk into my physics class, I remember my teacher would give me this look, and just like under his breath say something along the lines of like, it's not a real animal, it's not real. Like, he'd be so mad about it. So I always made it a point that at least like if not every Friday, every time we had a rally, which was not a lot. We had like 2 or 3 rallies this year actually, our senior year, which kind of sucked because it was our senior year. It was the one year I actually cared about rallies, and under new management, the principal just said, "Nah, we're not gonna do rallies because whatever." I don't know why, but yeah, I don't know why I started off with that. Anyway, it's been nothing week. It's been becoming more and more nothing. I'm starting to get back into the lull of I used to do daily vlogs on a few summers ago, a couple summers ago at the very least. And I didn't really do much during that summer. I did a lot of writing actually that summer. It wasn't great. I found that I write the best at 4 in the morning, and like straight up like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I thought it was just, maybe if I stay up late, maybe I'll get it. No, it's just every time at 4 o'clock, the juices start flowing in, and I have to write something, or else it's gone if I leave it hanging for too long. I get very indecisive about the stuff I write. And I know a lot of people struggle with writing and stuff like that. And the advice that's worked out for me the best, really, is to just keep writing. I understand wanting to write a little bit and then revising it, make sure that what you're writing is consistent all throughout, and then you don't have to go back and revise it. But no, that's the point of writing, is you write a bunch, you go back and read it over, and you make changes, and then it's a better product overall. And now it's like building a house out of Legos. You make the whole thing, and then you go, oh, this could have been done better, and then you make minor improvements there. It's just with anything, really. You don't constantly keep knocking down the whole thing just to make that one piece look good, because instead of a whole house of Legos, you have that one little corner that looks immaculate. So yeah, if you're gonna go into writing, I would highly suggest just write away. It doesn't matter what your story is about, as long as you're writing, and you get better at internalizing that type of logic. You need to start writing down ideas, anything that flows into your head. If you can't remember it, and I know for a fact you can't remember it, and even if you can, it helps to actually like think it up and then actually physically write it down. Like, not type it, actually have pen and paper and actually write stuff down, because I don't know, I don't know if it's for everyone, but for me personally, writing stuff down physically actually helps me remember things a lot more. It's kind of like the same thing with lucid dreaming. When people lucid dream, or part of how do I phrase this? Like, to be able to lucid dream, what really helps is having a dream journal, which is writing stuff down before you forget. And dreams are easily forgettable, and if you don't remember your dreams, that's because you wasted like the 5 minutes before you go up. That's how fast dreams go. But anyway, that's just my little spiel on writing. My week hasn't been very eventful, really. I'm actually considering doing some other stuff with my week. I got a text from one of my friends asking me to do community service tomorrow, and I don't think I can go, so that's unfortunate. But other than that, I've been playing a lot of Fallout. It's fun. Like, games these days, like a lot of the games I've been playing recently have just been explore, figure out the story. I like that a lot. I miss it. I've been playing a lot of games that hold your hand and tell you the plot too much. It's been less about exploration. I've been playing Bloodborne and Fallout, and Bloodborne tells you very little. It tells you through item descriptions, whereas Fallout is you walk into a situation and then you kind of piece a story together. One area, I'm not gonna, I don't care if I spoil this game. This game is like what, like 6, 7 years old. There's a place you can go to in the sewers, and you go in and it's just a room, and it's clean, and then you pick out all the loot, and then you think you're done, and then you notice there's a switch on the wall, and you hit it, and then the floor comes out, and it leads to some stairs. You go down the stairs, there's a bunch of dead dudes just lying there, and then you walk out, and then you get attacked. So you figure out the story is the reason why that top area looks so clean is because all the dead bodies were stuffed in the lower basement of the sewers, and then you found out, so now they're trying to kill you. I think stuff like that's very interesting. But it's just been a lot of keeping my mind off of things, you know. Like I said in my last video that no one watched, it's not really good to look back through all your things, especially like, you know, despite being good memories at the time. If it's bad now, like if things just aren't the same, you know, you should give yourself a bit more time. I understand some people have like less attachment to that kind of stuff where they can immediately go back and like, oh yeah, this thing, and then, you know, have no attachment to it whatsoever. But I am the other side of that coin, being that it takes me forever to internalize that this shouldn't affect me anymore. This shouldn't hurt anymore, but it still does, and like, it's unfortunate, but it's just facts of life, really. You know, you get hurt a lot living this life, and it's not very good. And sometimes you have to cut some ties, and it's not very good to hold on to those ties. And I've been trying, and it's really hard to cut those ties. But I promise one day it'll cut clean. It's like trying to cut a rope with like safety scissors, you know what I mean, where it's like really soft and it's not really meant for cutting anything other than not even paper, actually. I mean like by safety scissors, I mean like the thing is completely like circled off. It's not even an edge. It's not gonna do the job. You're gonna need to sharpen up those scissors, and it's a lot harder than you might imagine, and I understand that completely. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't do anything this week, so I'm just kind of rambling. I didn't have anyone to talk to this week, actually. The one eventful thing that happened this week was I got a text from one of my friends saying that, oh, we need to make sure our financial aid stuff for college is okay, because I got an email saying no, but I guess we need to figure out what we're doing if we're just gonna straight up just pay, and that's pretty much it. We're gonna go next week. But other than that, nothing really. Just a lot of wallowing. I sit myself in this isolation for way too long, and I guess my advice really is just if you're at a point in your life where you've made some decisions that you're not, like, it seemed like a good idea at the time, and then suddenly you're having second thoughts, but you know that at the end of the day you would have had to have done this at some point. It's just stuff like that. And I know I'm being very vague and very general about it, but trust me, if you're going through the same stuff, you know exactly what the message I'm trying to convey here, and that is just the fact that life sucks, but it doesn't mean that you can do something about it. A friend of mine told me, I forget where she got the quote from, but it's basically just, you don't get to, you don't get a choice in whether or not you hurt in this world, but you do get a say in who hurts you, or something like that. But the gist of that quote is basically like, don't let other people hurt you when you could easily just solve the problem and just cut it off right there, because no matter what, it's gonna happen. But you do get a choice in deciding, like, who you let in, who hurts you, that type of stuff. And it's a lot of, and life is, you constantly evolve through life. Maybe you make some changes in life, but I try not to hold my breath on that, honestly. um, the best advice I can have is to just keep moving forward. And, yeah. Anyway, I hope everyone else is having a fantastic week. And I hope that if you're going through some struggles, you keep fighting. Because, at the end of the day, you might care about other people, but you need to look out for yourself as well. Because if you don't look out for yourself, no one else will. And that's my advice, really. Honestly, it's just been, I don't know. Oh, and one last thing: surround yourself with other people. Just like the best cure for any sort of deal, any sort of emotional trauma, is to surround yourself with good people, and that's the best thing I could say. It's just, they don't even have to be here. Just call them, talk to them, just listen to another voice. Keep your mind off of things. Play video games, whatever. Play Tetris. I hear Tetris is really good for trauma. PTSD specifically. But other than that, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna finish out Fallout. I'm almost done. And then I'm gonna see if my friend wants to come over so I can give her back the game. Anyways, I hope everyone else is having a fantastic week and will have a fantastic week. If you're going through a rut, hang in there. We'll get through this together. Peace out.